MoCo CAP is a program that is part of the Maryland Blueprint for Education. We occupy pillar number 3 within that, and what we do with MoCo CAP, which is powered by WorkSource Montgomery, is go into middle schools and high schools as career coaches. In fact, there are career coaches at every middle and high school throughout Montgomery County, and we help students understand their strengths, their interests, and their values, get them to articulate what they want to be when they get a little bit older so that we can form a path for them so that they can align their interests to a career. So hopefully they'll have a fulfilling career.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daryl V. Johnson, and the V stands for Very Proud Principal of Rocky Hill Middle School, home of the Wildcats and some of the best and brightest students in the world. We are excited to welcome you to our school to engage in these important conversations with industry professionals. I want to thank WorkSource Montgomery, the Montgomery County Advising Program, career advising coaches Mark and Ariel, panelists who are sharing your time and talents with our students, as well as our very own Rocky Hill Middle School staff who serve as career champions. The collaboration and partnership in this unique opportunity not only introduces our 6th graders to careers, but also helps them to develop the intellectual capacity and repertoire using the RIASEC model to leverage their interests as they continue throughout their educational journey. We're so proud of our students who have curated a list of questions that they, as well as their middle school peers, want to ask you today. I can't wait to hear the questions, and I can't wait to hear your answers. So, Nyla, let's take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. And hello, 6th graders. My name is Nyla, and this is Max right over here. We will be your moderators today. Let's meet our panel of industry experts.
Nyla, our first panelist is Jamie, who works in building trades, specifically HVAC. Welcome, Jamie. Please tell us a little bit about your job.
Thank you. So I'm the owner and operator of Atlantic Coastal Cooling and Heating. I've been in business for 20 years now, and it's a great career to be in if you really like to work with your hands and really just enjoy working outside of an office.
Thanks, Jamie. Now let's meet our next panelist, Vicki, who works in the electrical field. Welcome, Vicki.
Thank you. My name is Vicki Doles. I work for MR Electricians. I'm the president. We're almost at 30 years in business. We do commercial, residential, and industrial electricity, electrical contracting for many different types of clients all over the place. It's a great career, great field, and I think everybody would love it.
Thanks, Vicki. Our next panelist is Sabu, who works in the life science field. Welcome, Sabu.
Thank you. Hey, guys. This is Sabu here, and I didn't do it. So I just wanted to say that out loud first. So I'm a scientist who studies diseases and tries to find cures for it. So if you can imagine Indiana Jones trying to find something, I'm like the nerdy version of the Indiana Jones, trying to find all the diseases which anybody can get and how to find cures for it. All right.
And finally, let's meet Sydney, who works in human resources for our favorite school district, MCPS.
Yes, so good afternoon. My name is Sydney Pinkard, and I do work in an office called Human Resources. It's a fancy title for an office that does all of the hiring for Montgomery County Public Schools. And that includes for all of our teachers, which I was for many years, taught elementary, middle school, and high school. But we also hire for all of the other positions in our very large school system, including transportation, food services, our leadership, finance, and IT, and much more. So I'm very excited to speak to our students today.
Thank you, Sydney. I'm sure the 6th graders are dying to ask our panel of experts some questions.
Okay, 6th graders, if you raise your hand, Max and I will come around and share our microphones with you. Hello. What's your name and your question?
My name is Gracie, and I have a question from Lorderman Middle School. Is there anything you wish you knew before starting the job?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. I'll field that if you want me to.
Yeah.
I wish I knew more about math and finance, because where you end up isn't always where you start. And knowing math and understanding financial responsibility is a big deal. And that just comes down to your personal finances. And just if you're going to buy something for $20 and you only have $21, how do you get to the next step? Finance is something I wish I would have studied a little harder in school.
Anyone else? Can you say your name and your question, please?
Hello, my name is Cecilia, and this is from Wood Middle School. Can you share a memorable or exciting experience from your career?
I'll take that question. So I mentioned earlier that I was a teacher. So many years ago, I taught 5th grade at Burtonsville Elementary School. And I had a wonderful class of 27 students. And then I changed careers and still worked for Montgomery County Public Schools, but now I was working in HR. And I was doing the hiring for the school system. And I ran into one of my 5th graders from several years ago who is now a principal of an elementary school. So one, that tells you how long I've been working in MCPS, but two, to be able to see my former students, just like yourselves, it feels like a blink of an eye, but then many years go by and I get to be a colleague or a coworker with students who I used to teach is a wonderful and fantastic feeling, and it makes the career really rewarding.
All right. Does anyone else have a question? All right. Please stand up and say your name and question.
My name is Khalil Gutierrez, and I'm reading this question from Westland Middle School. What is your day at work like?
Look at that. So basically, we start at 7 to 7:30 in the morning, and we make sure we have all the materials we need for our jobs. And we basically go out and we drive to anywhere from 3 to 5 different customers a day and help them with their problems.
Who's next? Could you stand up and say your name and question, please?
Hey, my name is Michael McBride, and I have a question from Shady Grove Middle School. What skills do you need for your job?
I'll take that. You need to go to school, like a lot of school. So let me tell you this. I have a PhD in immunology. So right after high school, right, I got my bachelor's in biology. So you need to start counting, all right? So that's 4. Then I got my master's in microbiology. So that add another 2, 6. And then PhD for 6 more years. So 12 years of school right after high school. So the point is, did I want to do it in that fashion? Yes, I wanted to do it. It was a choice. You don't have to do that. I have quite a few interns who come to work right after their bachelor's degree, work with me for a few years to take a break from school, discover something really cool, and then go back to school, or say that they like to continue to discover more cool stuff and continue to be with me for longer. So.
That's very nice. Does anyone else have a question? Can you stand up and say your name and question, please?
Hi there, I'm Napora, and would you recommend, a job from, okay. I have a question from John Poole Middle School. Would you recommend your job to anybody else, and why?
I can take that. I absolutely love what I do. Like, I dream immunology, all right? So do you know what immunology is? So it's trying to understand all your cells in your body. Like, it's so cool. It's like a movie happening inside your body every single day. Even as you sit, something is happening in your body. Believe me, it's crazy, all right? So I absolutely love what I do. I'm old, I've done this for a long time, and I still dream in all those things. So yes, I highly recommend what I do, but you gotta go to school, honey.
Who's next? Could you stand up and say your name and question, please?
Hi, I'm Jordan, and I have a question from White Oak Middle School. Do you think you get paid well?
I can answer that. Yes, I think I do, but I've also worked for over 30 years of my career. In my industry, you don't have to use as much school. I actually, I went to work right after high school and started working straight off and got my certifications from there. But, and I'm sorry, repeat that question one more time. It was paid well. So when you first get started in our industry, the pay is okay, but after about 4 to 6 years, once you've done all your training, then you can make very good money.
And you come out debt-free without college tuition.
No college debt.
Thanks, Jamie. Who's next? Here you go. Can you say your name and question, please?
Hi, I'm Anastasia, and this question is from Wesleyan Middle School. What is something that you absolutely hate about your career?
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. Yeah. I love what I do. And there's always challenging people that, you know, in my industry, I'm dealing with hundreds of people all the time. And sometimes it's difficult to deal with some homes, you know, that or just have different challenges. But other than that, I love what I do.
Can I add to that? I ask all of my interviewees what they hate, what they dislike doing for a living. Mine is answering phones because they're hectic and they're a lot. So people do that for us. It's not where I want to be in my company. Everything else I love, though. But it's good to know what you don't want to do.
Does anyone else have a question? All right, can you say your name and question?
Hello, I'm Adam, and this question is coming from Newport Middle School. Are there any misconceptions about your profession that you would like to address?
I'll take that question. So because I work for the school system, I think that often when you say that you work for MCPS, the image that comes to mind is only the image of teachers. Now, keep in mind, teachers are essential for the work that we do in the school system. And there are about 12,000 teachers who work in MCPS. But we have another segment of our workforce, and there are about 13,000 employees who are not teachers. And so I think a big misconception about the school system is that there are limited opportunities for different types of careers. So for example, we have lawyers that work in our school system. We have people who are experts in technology who work in the school system. We have a doctor. Our chief medical officer works in the school system. So there are lots of different career fields that are available in MCPS that might not come to mind when you think of a pre-K through 12 school system.
Thank you. Does anyone else have a question? Can you say your name and your question, please?
Hi, I'm Abhi, and this question is from Parkland Middle School. Will you have to work forever?
I'll take that. The question was, let me repeat it again. Would I like to work forever? Right? My answer is yes. So people ask you questions like, so are you a mountain person or a beach person? I look at that and said, both, because I want to work all the time. I would work in the mountains and I would work in the beaches. I absolutely love what I do, and I would work constantly. So this is what I want you to think of this as an exercise, all right? People, I'm sure by now you would have heard, draw a Venn diagram of what you love and what you're good at, right? And then meet it in the middle, that's what you want to be, right? So the way I look at it is, think about it this way. What would I do for $100? What I would do for $1 million, right? Right now, if you ask my children, it's Mr. Beast. Like whatever Mr. Beast says for $1 million, they'll do it, right? But then as you grow older, you want to think, am I willing to do that for $100? Am I willing to do something for $1 million? I will do science for a free meal. If you're going to give me food, I will do science. All right, that much I love science. There are some things I just will not do even for $1 million, just because I've learned over time that I just cannot tolerate that and I will not do that. So I think you guys should learn to do stuff like that. 100, 1 million, okay?
All right, who would like to ask the next question? All right, please stand up and say your name and question.
Hi, my name is Ellie, and I have a question from John Poole Middle School. Do you see yourself working at this job, at your job, in 10 years?
I can answer that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is, I enjoy my job very much. I don't know if I'd do it forever, but yes, I would, absolutely.
Who would like to ask the next question? Here you go.
Hi, my name is Eli, and this question from John Poole Middle School. If you had the option to do another job, would you? If yes, what job would you choose?
I guess I could answer that. I was an entrepreneur by spirit all of my life, so I have a lot of certifications in a lot of different things, including physical fitness and training and all that kind of stuff. So when I retire from electrical world and everything is taken care of on that side, I would like to be an instructor and help people get fit. That's what I want to do in retirement.
If I could, I'll add on to that response. So when I started working in education, it was my dream to be a teacher. And I thought the best grade ever was 3rd grade, and then I went to 5th grade. Mm-hmm. Then I taught middle school, and then I taught high school. So one thing that I love about working in the school system is that when you're curious about a different subject or a different grade level, you have the opportunity to change your mind and pursue something different. When I was curious about careers outside of the classroom, I was able to go to human resources and start a different type of career. And all the same time working for the same employer, who is the school system. So that way you can lead with your curiosity. You don't have to have the same position for your entire career, but you can stay within an organization and explore those things that might be of interest to you.
All right, who has another question? Please stand up and say your name and question.
Hi, my name is Abem, and I got a question from Audacin Shannon Middle School. Are you able to have fun in your job?
Oh, I'll take that one. You should know by now. I'm having fun every single day, right? I mean, it's fun. It's fun doing what I do. Is just trying to feel good about what. It's not about just the science, right? So as you will hear so many things is what you do. Does it have an impact on somebody else, right? Are you helping somebody else? If you have that feeling, for the most part, you definitely have fun what you're doing. So I know what I'm doing right now is definitely helpful to people. And then the fact that I'm able to come and even be here and share it with you guys, this is even more fun than doing some of the science I'm doing. So yes, keep that in mind, all right? The community always comes first.
Thank you, Sabu. Who has the next question? Here you go. Please say your name and question, please.
Hi, my name is Aaron, and I have a question from Kingsview Middle School. How does this job align with your dreams as a child, or does it? If not, explain how you came to your current job.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I missed the first part of that question.
Should we hear it again?
How does this job align with your dreams as a child, or does it? If not, explain how you came to your current job.
Align with your dreams.
As a child.
As a
Is it
child.
dreams? I actually started doing this when I was 12 years old. My dad, I went to work with my dad, and he slowly taught me heating and air conditioning. By the time of 14, they taught me how to use a torch, and I really liked it then. But just learning the overall, it's a great. I just love it. I started when I was young, and it's all I've ever done. It's all I've ever dreamed of.
All right, well, thank you, Jamie. Does anyone else have a question? All right, please stand up and say your name and your question.
Hi, my name is Zoraria, and this question is from Kingsview Middle School. What advice would you give us 6th graders who don't know what they want to do for a career yet?
Can I take that? I would explore every option, read a lot, talk to your teachers, talk to your counselors, and investigate everything. Because there's so many opportunities out there that you don't know. And sometimes even when you graduate, you have to take a job just to make your other dreams come true. Remember, that's not your sole thing. You also have to live your life and do your thing. So sometimes your career is the pathway to fulfilling your dreams and what you want to do. So explore while you can, while you're still in school.
That's a great answer, Vicky. Who has another question?
Sorry, can I add to that, please?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
So explore, I love that word explore. As part of that, it's travel. All right, please go outside this country. Go to other countries. Go to other states. Go look at where other people live, how they live. What are their priorities in life? Travel as much as you can. Travel is the best teacher. All right.
Thank you both. Who has the next question? Here you go.
My name is Sophia, and this question comes from Kingsview Middle School. What do you enjoy most about your job?
I'll take that. Definitely being in education, it falls under the theme of social. And that doesn't mean just kind of hanging out and talking to people, but being a helper, someone who likes to connect with other people and be someone who can assist and help and guide. And sometimes individuals just need someone to be next to them and have a conversation to help them think through their plan and think of their next steps. So we sometimes refer to that as a thought partner. Sometimes you just need someone to help you bring into focus what you want to do. And I talk to people every single day who are trying to figure out their next step with their career. So I don't want you to think that this is just for 6th graders or just for middle schoolers. Throughout your life, adults are always thinking about what is their next opportunity. And you don't want to do that by yourself. You want to do that alongside someone who can give you good information. So the people piece is absolutely the best part of the work that I get to do.
Thank you, Sydney. Does anyone else want to ask a question? All right, please stand up, say your name and your question.
I'm Ewan, and someone from Pyle Middle School is asking if you think you make enough money for the work that you do.
You want me to take that? That's your $100 and the $1 million. It goes back to that. I mean, what are you willing to do for $1 million first? Then what are you willing to do for $100? So you have to. Do I feel valued? Yes. Am I making what I need to make? Yes. Do I want more? Yeah, of course, I want more. But that's not the point. The point is you want to be able to make enough that you feel good about it. I think that's the most important part, that you actually feel good about it and you're valued where you are. And I think people can clearly, people who run organizations like
I can help with this too. As we develop careers, so we have 50 electricians that work for us, and some of them start at the high school level, some even as seniors. You know, you're in a career, you're in a lifestyle, and your family is your work. People become your family, and you love your environment. You want to work for a reputable place that will help you get through to your dreams, and you have to think about the cost of how to get there and how long it takes to get there. After a 4-year trade, which is a little bit different than a college education, because college is for some and trades are for some. So you have to choose what you want to do. After 4 years, you are in a competitive market. And if you hone your skills and are the best that you can be at your job, you will get noticed and you will make money. What ties you back in trade is only yourself. So as long as you work hard and are willing to put in the work, you will do well. It's a good career with all the benefits that you need, and it's a good place to be.
Thank you, Vicky. Who has another question? Here you go.
Hi, my name is Leah, and this question comes from Herbert Hoover Middle School. And it is, what did you focus on in high school related to this job?
I can answer that. I actually, in my 11th grade year, I joined, or I became part of the Thomas Edison Center, and I started learning my trades back then. So I started off in 11th grade. I would go to, take care of my actual schoolwork. Then I would go the afternoon and I would be taught a trade. And then in my senior year, I actually went on the work program, and I went to school for my 2 periods, and then I worked through my senior year, honing my skills. So when I did finally graduate from high school, I had a good paying job and a career.
If I could add on, in high school, both of my parents were educators. So if you had asked me when I was in 10th grade if I wanted to be a teacher, it would be absolutely 100% no. I didn't want to do anything that I wanted to be different than them. And so I wanted to be a writer, be a journalist, and work at a newspaper. But when I think back, all of the part-time and summer jobs I had, I was a lifeguard, I was a camp counselor, and I was a babysitter. And so there was a bit of a disconnect between what I thought I wanted to do, but what I actually spent my time doing and what I enjoyed. And so you all are learning to focus on your interests, focus on those things that you enjoy, and you don't keep track of the time and you're not rushing to leave. And had I paid a little more attention to what I truly enjoyed, it was having fun, being responsible for young people, enjoying the outdoors, being around students and children. And that may have helped me have a little more focus on my future career because it's the way I enjoyed spending my time.
All right, thank you, Sydney and Jamie. Who would like to ask the next question? All right, please stand up and say your name and question.
Thank you so much, Nyla. Hi, my name is Sophia Flanagan-Wells, and I have a question from Pyle Middle School. Does your career allow you to still have a life outside of work?
I'll take that one. So the primary thing I do is Uber for my children. All right, that's my primary job, is just drive them around wherever they are, wherever they need to go. So when you go back home, give a big hug to your mama and baba and tell them thank you. All right, so that's my primary job. No, I was kidding. No, I get to do what I want to do. I travel. So the beauty of working in science right now, right? I'll give you an example. 2 weeks ago, I was in Barcelona, Spain, right? Pretty cool, really cool, right? 18,000 scientists and physicians from all over the world came to this infectious disease conference, right? And the best part of it was paella. So much good paella, right? So when you do what you love to do and you're able to, there is automatically kind of fun comes along with that. So yeah.
Thank you, Sabu. That's a great answer. Who has another question? Excuse me. Here you go.
Hi, my name is Ashley. Can you describe a typical day? Oh, I have a question from Argyle Middle School. Can you describe a typical day in your job?
I guess I could go if you want. Mine's a little different. We started our company very small out of our house, so it looked a lot different when we started than now. Now I go to an office. I do a lot of interviewing and hiring and firing, similar to the HR.
Yep.
In electrical, we have all kinds of things. So we'll start, our service guys have a 7 o'clock meeting. I'll pop in there to say hi and see how everybody is and let them go about their business. So it really depends on the day. When I come in, I look at the schedule and see where everybody is. Or does everybody have what they need? Do my managers have what they need? And I make sure I'm giving them the tools. So I make myself available to my team all day long to make sure I'm giving them everything they need to do to be successful in their career. But I get to talk to everybody that works for us, which is just a fabulous thing. But that's what my day looks like. It ends at 4. It starts whenever the first job starts.
All right, thank you, Vicki. Does anyone else have a question? All right, please stand up, say your name and your question.
Hi, my name is Maddie. Here's a question from Kingsview Middle School. What inspired or encouraged you for your job?
I'll take that one. 2 people started it. So the first 2 people were my grandfather, who was a physician in the 1920s India, which is we were still under the British rule, So he inspired me to be in some sort of biology. But the person who inspired me the most to do what I'm doing now is my high school biology teacher. So remember, as Sydney says, teachers are the most important people in the universe, all right? It's amazing what they can do. They can work magic, believe me. So I still think of her, I thank her still, and say thank you for recognizing what I had in me and pushing me to that place. So go talk to your teachers.
Thank you, Sabu. Do we have any more questions? Here you go.
Hi, my name is Braylon, and I have a question from Lakelands Park Middle School. How often can you get a promotion?
Wants to?
Yeah. I can take that. As far as in my industry, at my company, you basically have levels that you work through. When you first start off, you're an apprentice, and you have to work so many hours to then be able to take a journeyman's test, and as you're moving up through that is as you're getting paid.
It's very similar to ours. You have a 4-year apprenticeship, and then you become a journeyman, you test out, you can become a master electrician. You can also get NICET certified to do fire alarm. There's a lot of different places you can go in electrical to find what you enjoy in that realm. And then if somebody's really good, they can come in and be an estimator, and they can be moved to the office. So there's so many positions, kind of like your HR, there's in MCPS. There's a lot of places to go in our field, whether it's in the field or in the office.
Thanks so much to all the panelists for giving us your time and the opportunity to learn more about some great careers.
And now, let's let our very proud principal, Mr. Johnson, back up here to say a few words to close out this great afternoon.
All right, students, you did an amazing, amazing job today. Thank you so much.
Good job.
Panelists, we thank you again for sharing your time and your talents and a little bit about your background and experiences with our students. So thank you again for coming to Rocky Hill and being with our students today. Again, I want to thank the WorkSource Montgomery, also Montgomery County Career Advising Program, our career advising coaches, and the EPIC Rocky Hill Middle School staff. Students, I hope this experience is helpful as you continue to develop self-awareness and a deeper understanding of the diverse careers out there, many of which I hope you will one day create yourself. This experiences, and indeed the partnerships, were created to enhance opportunities for your career exploration and planning. However, it would not be possible if it were not for the vision and also the mission outlined in the Maryland Blueprint. As a result of the Montgomery County Career Advising Program, you will be able to learn and grow and understand careers as students, but they will also help you to align your future goals while connecting you with valuable resources and information. So once again, we thank you all for coming to Rocky Hill Middle School today. We thank you for being expert questioners of our panelists and expert panelists. Thank you again, and have a great day.